Hello everybody, J.Yumeko here, and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon, Evermore. Last time we left off, I believe that Rod had finally popped the question. He asked if we should get married, and we were like, yeah, sure, why not? So that's a thing, but that happened like 4 weeks ago at this point. So it's been a while since we've touched this game, but yeah. Just before we jump into it, though, I do want to let you guys know that we are going to be starting a couple of new series once some of these other ones wrap up, such as this one, because I do believe that this one should be coming to an end real quickly, and I don't think I'm going to do anything else with the story besides Rod's route, I think, or at least not do anything else anytime soon, unfortunately. But if you do have any kind of suggestions for games or anything, that'd be awesome if you guys could leave them in the comment section below, just so I have kind of an idea of what you guys want to see. I do have some things already lined up though, so don't worry about that. So yeah, for hopefully soon, again, once we wrap up some of these other series, which again, certain ones like Fata Morgana, or even just, what is what is it called? Oh, The Letter and Saint Maker. Well, I think Saint Maker is also starting to wrap up. But yeah, those two games, those ones, you know, obviously because we just kind of started them fairly recently. And in general, those games are very long. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about those ones right now. But we do have at least two games that are starting to wrap up. But let me stop wasting time here. Let's jump right on back into it. But yeah, if you do want to see me play anything, play a game that maybe you enjoy, and want to see me try out, then go ahead and leave it in the comment section below.
4 months have passed since Rod proposed to me. Since then, the two of us have been working tirelessly to prepare ourselves for the future. Father does not plan on stepping down immediately after we marry, but I know the day is fast approaching, and I do not want to make Father wait.
Let me turn this down, it's very loud for me.
Today, Father and I are discussing scenarios I will have to face as ruler. This specific situation is a dispute between two parties.
This sort of thing happens frequently, most often between businessmen. Most would request an audience and ask for advice.
He tilts his head.
Tell me, as a just and unbiased ruler, what would your primary tactic be?
First, I would allow both parties to argue their side. If it was obvious which one was the offending party, I would offer a solution based on the laws which they would already know.
And if it wasn't obvious?
Then I would seek the opinion of the council and call on witness to testify. Father looks at me for a long moment, his expression unreadable. I force myself not to waver as I stare back at him. And then he smiles and I feel myself cave with relief.
An excellent answer.
I release a sigh and not realize I was holding. I must sound exasperated because Father laughs.
You always have such a serious look on your face.
Speak for yourself. I feel like I'm trying to prove myself in a courtroom during these lessons.
Excellent. That is exactly the atmosphere I want these lessons to have.
He leans forward.
It is essential to master a neutral expression and to keep your emotions hidden from others. It is difficult to appear unbiased if one openly wears their emotions.
He shakes his head.
Truthfully, I think you already have that part down. Rod, on the other hand.
He needs to learn to stop scowling. Rod is good at keeping secrets, but his scowl can be intimidating.
You both have your strengths.
I eye the ground in his head and sigh. As of right now, I cannot imagine bearing its weight. But I still have much to learn.
So do we all. Learning is an endeavour that never ends.
Rod would scream if he heard you say that. He despises all the lessons.
They are indeed one of the most frustrating parts of court life.
Every time I become frustrated with my lessons, I think of the ones Ophelia and Emmeline were forced to take when they first came here. I remember the lessons I helped Emmeline with. I remember her perseverance. And after that, I am motivated again. It helps to know that we're all suffering together.
Misery loves company, as they say.
The king stands, stretching his arms out before him.
But it is also important to take a reprieve from that misery so that we may face the next day with renewed motivation. You ought to go rest now, Yumeko. You've earned a break.
Thank you, Father. I slide out of my chair. Thank you for... I think of his trust in me, of his acceptance and happiness of my relationship with Rod. Thank you for everything. My father shakes his head.
You owe me no gratitude, but I do owe you my thanks.
I'm flabbergasted when he bows before me. What?
You two trusted me with your secret, even when I did not deserve to be trusted.
Father...
I'm speaking the truth. Nothing more. You could have turned away from me, Yumeko. You had every right to give up on me as your father. But you decided to give me a chance to rectify things. For that, I will always be grateful.
He leans over to kiss my forehead.
Good night, Yumeko.
I return his warm smile with one of my own. Good night, Father. I reach out to give him the briefest of hugs before curtsying and walking from the room. Rod is waiting for me outside. The moment I exit, he falls into stride beside me.
How did your lesson go?
It went well. I apologize for making you wait so long.
You wait for me after horrendously long lessons, and I wait for you after horrendously long lessons. Blech. It seems only fair. Besides, I just got back from M's room.
And? How did she like your gift?
Well...
A week ago, Emmeline had announced that she was going to visit Brigantia for the first time. After officially receiving permission from the king to court Emmeline, Lance had started visiting monthly. He has come and gone 4 times already. On his most recent visit, he asked Emmeline to accompany him for a month-long visit to Brigantia. The moment Rod found out, he insisted he make her something that she could take with her to make her feel more at home. Knowing how fond she was of Sebi, he came to me and asked if I could help make a small plush toy for her. Rod is extremely earnest and does his best at everything, but... And he sits the ears like this. Rod looks at me, aghast.
I don't understand.
What don't you understand?
Any of it. I can't even see the shape of the ears. Am I even doing this right?
You're doing fine. You just need to tighten the stitches so the ears don't come off.
Oh, excuse me. But where even are the ears?
You've been working on them this entire time. He really is helpless at this. When Rod continues to have difficulty pulling the thread through, I gently take the plush from him. Watch and learn. He flushes as I lean over his shoulder to work, carefully looping the thread a couple more times before I tie the knot. I continue working with him for the next 10 minutes, carefully guiding his hands to the stitches. There, all done. The disappointment is evident on his face when he holds up the plush.
It's terrible.
It is not. Also, we're talking about Emmeline. She cannot possibly dislike anything you give her. I think it's very cute.
If you say so.
He sets the plush down on the table with a sigh. She's only leaving for a month, you know.
That's how it began with me too, you remember? I don't think I'd be gone that long, but then months passed and...
His eyes flit to mine.
I made you wait for so long.
That's all in the past. You're here now, that's what matters. I lean down to plant a kiss on his head. Besides, even if Emmeline does end up staying longer, I know she won't fail to write letters letting us know that... fuck. I know she would not fail to write letters letting us know when she would be back.
I said I was sorry about that.
I know. I just like seeing you blush.
You are the worst.
He turns his gaze to the plush toy.
I just want Em to have this piece of home, no matter how long she's gone.
I pat the little plush on his head. She's going to love it. I flash Rod a teasing smile. Will you make me a plush toy when we get married? Rod scowls.
You deserve something much nicer than whatever this is.
I pick up the small plush. I thought you liked challenges. Or are you afraid you'll never be as good as me? Rod narrows his eyes.
Fine, then I will make something for you. I can never say no to one of your requests.
What he means is that he'll never back away from a challenge. I will never not find his determination inspiring. I lean over his shoulder and plant a kiss on his cheek. I look forward to it.
Emma had tears in her eyes when I gave it to her. At first I thought it was because the plush was so ugly it made her cry.
I cannot help my laughter. And that wasn't the case, was it?
No, she kept telling me how much she adored it.
I told you she would love it. I open the door to my bedroom when we arrive. Rose's expression crumples as we enter.
It feels like so much is happening all at once with Emmeline. Things moving so slowly on my end. With us.
He looks crestfallen as he slides into my desk chair.
I'm sorry you have to wait so long for our wedding.
Where's this coming from? Emmeline's not getting married.
No, but the two of them still feel like they're taking more active steps towards the future than I am.
Rod, you know I'm not in a hurry. In fact, I'm glad we get to walk this path. Together, without rushing. We're not lacking for time, and I want to enjoy the here and now. Rod shakes his head.
I'm so accustomed to worrying about the future, it's strange to just focus on the present. But it's not unenjoyable.
I would hope not. I like to think I can make the present very enjoyable.
Every moment I spend with you is enjoyable.
He pauses, suddenly looking thoughtful. After a moment, he stands, expression suddenly somber.
Actually, I've been thinking. If all we can ever control is the present, then...
I'm sitting on the bed when Rod walks across the room to take my hand. Rod?
I want to make my vow to you here and now.
This is a little unusual.
Our whole love story has been a little unusual, don't you think?
He holds out a hand.
Can I have your ring?
Our fingers brush as I hand him the ring, and I flush as he kneels down before me.
Rizzler.
I promise...
fuck, that's him. I promise to make it better for our wedding, but I'd like to make a vow to you tonight as well. You're not allowed to tease me for this, okay?
I nod, smiling. Rod gently takes my hand. He holds the ring in his other. Even though I know this is not the real thing, not even rehearsal, my heart trembles with anticipation.
Yumeko, I did not know the true meaning of love until I met you. I'd never known what it meant to give someone my heart until we met. But now, you have it. You have me in all of my entirety. I want to stay by your side for the rest of our lives. Though our paths diverged in the past, I'll make sure they remain intertwined in the future. I never want to leave you alone. Not again.
He takes a deep breath as he slides the ring onto my finger. My eyes are glistening with tears when he brings my hand to his lips and kisses my knuckles.
I will love you forever and always, Yumeko.
I grip his hand tightly, pull him towards me. I love you too, Rod, and I will proudly proclaim it for the rest of the world to hear. Rod smiles. It is such a gentle, beautiful smile.
No more secrets. Never again.
Rod cups my cheek, brushing a stray tear from my eye as he presses his lips to mine, a seal to our promise. I pull Rod closer, closer until we're lying together on the bed, our limbs entangled, my face pressed into his chest. I will always love you, Rod, forever and always. I awake to bright morning sunlight seeping into my room. Wait, or did I fall asleep? I blink dazedly and try to turn, but then I feel the arms around my waist and gasp.
Good morning.
Oh, let's go! Finally. I'm so happy, man. It's been so long.
Rod's voice is a sleepy mumble as he pulls me closer. I can feel his bare chest through the thin fabric of my nightgown. My stomach is suddenly filled with butterflies. Right. Last night, Rod made his vow and then we... Well, it somehow turned into this.
Somehow? Somehow, right?
Yumeko?
What? I can feel his smirk against my skin.
Are you embarrassed?
I am not. Rod laughs against my skin. He presses a soft kiss to the nape of my neck.
I should sleep shirtless more often. It's nice to see you so flustered for a change. What? No complaints?
Must I kiss you to get you to stop talking?
Maybe that was my goal all along.
I turn to face him and, as promised, press a kiss to his lips. Rod's returning kiss is sleepy, warm. He touches his forehead to mine and whispers softly.
I love you, Yumeko.
I love you too. Rod nuzzles his face into my neck. I run my hand through his hair. I marvel, not for the first time, that we're finally here. Together.
Just for a little longer. Let's stay like this.
I nod as I press my lips to his forehead. We have all the time in the world, Rod. Once, I wished I could live my life openly loving Rod. It turns out, with perseverance and hard work, that dream was more than possible.
Oh, that was it. Unlock Rod's best end, and their love lasted forevermore. Oh! Oh, that's it! Okay! Huh. Alright, so I guess we just, like... Okay, I wasn't honestly expecting it to end there. I thought we'd at least get to, like, the wedding or something. I guess we had our own little wedding. And, okay, cool. Alright. Okay, that's it! Huh. Well, that was Rod's route. There it is. All right, that was pretty sweet. Cool. Huh. I mean, I don't know how to feel. It was kind of abrupt. It felt like okay, yeah, awesome. I don't really. I'm kind of at a loss for words again. It's kind of abrupt. We've only been recording for like fucking 20 minutes. Yeah, pretty much 20 minutes on the dot, essentially. And it's over. Okay. Huh. Well, clearly there must have been like a bad end, right? Because it said I got the best end. So let's see if there's like a bad end that I could have got. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we've been diligently. He oftentimes gets caught up, but he forgets to celebrate what he's already achieved. But slowly but surely, I'm getting him to appreciate the here and now. He's stubborn, but I'm more stubborn. So I guess in the good ending, because it seems like we kind of resolved his issue with not like living in the moment earlier in the best ending. So I guess we still haven't quite had a breakthrough yet in the good ending.
I'm still thinking of Rod when I turn a bend in the corridor and spot Emmeline walking hand in hand with Prince Lance. Oh! Her expression brightens when she sees me. Lucette! Good afternoon, Princess Lucette. I look at him, bemused. I've told you multiple times that you do not need to use my title, Lance. Lance flushes.
Sorry, some habits die hard.
Lance has been visiting Angiel more frequently lately, for at least a week every month since he started officially courting Emmeline, and yet he still has yet to break out of his formalities. In that way, he's very different from Claude. He's over-familiar with everyone. I glance between the two of them. Are you going somewhere? I'm taking Lance to meet Viorica today. Would you like to come with? I'll pass. I told Rod I would meet him after his lessons. Understood. When he gets out, can you tell him that Sebby's with Mother? Of course. Thank you. She whirls to look at Lance. Ready to go, Llama? Emily laughs when Lance flushes bright red.
Gods, I hate that nickname.
It truly is a brazen nickname. Ever since Emily found out Lance instantaneously flushes upon hearing it from her, she's begun using it to tease him. Now she nudges him playfully and smiles. You're the only person who can make it endearing.
Endearing?
Emily loops her arm through his. Anyway, it's off to the toy shop with us. See you later, he said.
Until next time, Lucette.
The two continue down the hall, smiling warmly at each other. They're inseparable when Lance comes to visit. Next week that will be even more the case. Emily plans on accompanying Lance next week to Brigantia. It will be her first time visiting. While it will only be for a week, she's eager to spend more time with Lance. I'm happy for you, Emily.
Okay, so it's Rod. Yeah, we talk about how the things suck. Okay. I believe in you. Okay, then we come to the woods for some reason. We'll be queen someday. We're done with secrets. I'll make you the happiest wife. I love you, I love you. Oh, okay. Alright. I'm gonna be completely transparent here. I did not like these endings at all. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that. I mean, like, I get that this is like an after story kind of game. Where, oh yeah, you get to see your favorite couple get married and all that. And I completely respect that. But I do feel like that ending is kind of like, I don't know, it just ends so quickly. It's not bad, of course. Like, I understand that it's like, oh, and then it's pretty self-explanatory. They confess their love. They're gonna get married in the future. Emmeline, you know, she's having her little relationship going on. Everything's happy. Everybody's happy. But I don't know. I guess just with all of the other content that we get, pretty much this whole game is basically, at least with Rod's route that I've observed, it's basically just, yeah, Rod still has like, I don't know, he still has some like self-conscious issues, I guess, or like self-confidence issues, more accurately. And then he gets over that, and then happily ever after, you know? I guess I kind of expect there to be maybe a little bit more like story-wise. But yeah, I mean, overall it was a pretty good game. Maybe some of the other character routes have some more interesting stuff going on in them. So, but yeah, that's it for Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I think that this is like the end of this series, for likely the foreseeable future, and quite potentially forever. So yeah, that's one game down, I guess. But that's gonna be it for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video and tell me in the comment section below what you'd like to see me play next. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this video or any other videos or series on my channel, then I highly recommend that you hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you'll be notified when one of those videos comes out. Anyways, that's it from me, and I'll see you in the next one.